sit down. Do you know something about Iva's Father's Day donor?
What?
I heard you murmuring his name. Why? Does it mean something to you?
Oh, no, you know me. I was just thinking out loud.
Well, think aloud for my benefit.
What, and overwhelm you with trivia?
Trivia? It's Lily's mother's father. Maybe there's something I can use to keep Lily and Holden apart.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
You know, if Ambrose gets your father's phone number tonight, maybe it's fun.
Oh, no, I don't. This whole thing is just really creepy.
I don't have his phone number yet, Meg.
well, that's good.
Now, just a minute. You don't have to make any decisions about it tonight anyhow.
I think Meg's right. I think you should go slow. I mean, you know, who knows what this Jared Carpenter's life might be like now.
You know, this is a real switch. I thought you were all for this.
I'm just getting used to having you around. I don't want you to go back east, not even for a little while.
Well, I'll be back, I promise. Tonio! Hi!
I don't see why you were leaving so early.
I just think it's time to split. Paul wants a chance to be alone with you. And besides, I know you got to get up early and start school tomorrow. Just relax, all right? It's only an exam.
Oh, Andy, it's not. I mean, it's so important to me. You know, this is going to affect my whole life. Oh.
Better be alone and be there watching Paul with Leanne.
Hey, Andy! Hey!
How you
doing? All right.
Son!
Oh,
Come give Mama a hug.
Oh,
Sweetheart. Boy, did I miss you. How long have you been out here?
I just got here myself. What about you? You're supposed to be in Boston with Franny tonight.
Well, we were going to stay, but Franny's very busy getting ready for school, and we were anxious to get home, so here we are.
Good, good.
Where's my mother? She's not at the
She
apartment.
went out to dinner with Mac. I was just at Tom's.
Well, how's he doing?
I have no idea. He went to Greece to look for Margot.
Greece.
Greece.
Oh, I'm happy to see you again.
How's my sister?
She's good, but she's very tired.
I heard the baby crying.
Oh, yes, Mother is washing the baby now.
What? What?
Oh, Tom.
Έχεις ένα αγοράκι όμορφος και υγιεινός. Συγχαρητήρια.
What'd she say?
She said that your sister has had a beautiful, healthy son. Congratulations. Congratulations.
The Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by doctor-recommended natural fiber Metamucil, and you can be regular for the rest of your life.
Χαίρομαι που σε βλέπω να ζεις και να είσαι καλά.
She says she is happy for you. She's happy that you are well and strong, and she is happy to see you again.
I'm happy to see you. I've thought of you both very, very often. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for the way you took care of my sister and my nephew, huh?
Well, she is worked very hard this night. But why has she come here so late? And the father, he's not happy.
Oh, it's a long story.
Craig, please. Craig, you gotta go find out.
Oh, now, I'm not going anywhere.
Please, I'm fine. We're both fine. We're just tired. Please, you got to go find him. You got to talk to him. Please.
He knows, huh?
He wanted so much to help with the delivery.
And there was such love and caring in his eyes, I couldn't bear it. I really couldn't. And I just felt that he should know the truth. But it came out all wrong. It just came out all wrong.
Sorry, rest, Diane.
Please find him. Please go find my Tom. Help my Tom, please. I tried so not to hurt him, and now it's all for nothing.
Hey, you have a beautiful, beautiful baby boy in your arms. That is not nothing. And that little guy is going to help you through whatever comes up. Count on it. I'll go find Tom, okay?
Thank you.
I have to go find Mr. Hughes, okay?
Go. I'll be here until you return.
Thanks.
You have a godson. This is one of your 7 godfathers, huh? How lucky can a guy get?
Margot called to find out if Leanne was really all right, and that's when Tom got very determined to find her.
Well, and so has anybody heard from Tom?
Not yet. Oh, Leanne passed her placement exam. She's going to be going to Oakdale High tomorrow as a senior. How about that?
Oh, that's wonderful. You sound as pleased about it as she must be.
Yeah. Well, she was really worried, you know, about passing, and so I helped her, of course, and Paul was with her every spare moment he had.
Are Paul and Leanne still as close as ever?
Closer. So how's Sabrina?
Well, great. She sent you her love. Said to tell you that she's very proud of the way that you're handling your drinking problem.
Is she getting along with Franny all right?
Actually, you know, I thought the girls enjoyed one another's company. I think for the first time they really seemed like sisters.
That's good.
Yes.
Sabrina and Colin have rented a cottage, beautiful cottage, out in the English countryside.
Mm. But we got into London and we had a good visit with Penny, too, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Is your dad back from his vacation?
As far as I know, he's in Rome with Dusty right now. He was really down when he left. I think that he and Lucinda aren't getting along very well.
Oh, sorry to hear that. What about you, kiddo? How are you getting along? And where's Carrie? How's she doing?
She's in California for 10 days with her folks.
I see. I thought school started tomorrow.
It does. She's supposed to be back today.
Uh-huh. So, you finished at the pool and what?
And hung out with Paul and Leanne a lot and did some riding, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I'm not going to start taping my show for at least a week, so we can do whatever needs to be done for you to get ready for college. Be fun?
Thanks, but I think there isn't much that needs to be done.
Welcome home, world travelers.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Hey, Mac, how are you? How you doing? Good.
Hi,
How are things coming with the wedding plans?
Well, my captain's handling that case.
Well, they're coming slowly. We put it off already until the 1st of October. I was planning on Ellen helping me, but she's going to be helping Betsy with her move. That's right, you don't know Betsy's moving.
No, I don't know.
Pussycat, I think you could afford to spend some time with me on my first night back, and my husband so far away.
I would. But it's Holden's only night here. He's going back to Chicago tomorrow.
Chicago? Chicago? That's not far. You make it sound like he's going to the moon.
I know, but Holden's been working such long hours that Mr. Lang wants to stay over a lot.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Lifesaver. All right, darling. What time will he be driving to Chicago?
He's flying. Mr. Lang is letting him use his private jet.
Sounds more like a member of the family than a business association.
Well, he's gotten close to Mr. Lang's daughter, Angel. I know that.
Oh, dear, the boss's daughter.
Mhm.
That sounds typical of our ex-stable boy.
Wait a second. I'm not going to argue with you on your first night back, but I will not let you put Holden down like that. And that comment about Angel, that was uncalled for, Caleb.
I'm sorry, Lily. I didn't mean anything by it, but you know as well as I do that Holden and Angel have become friends.
Yes, just that. Friends.
All right, darling. Enough said. Caleb? When the corn is brought in, what are you going to be doing?
I don't know. I don't have any plans for the fall.
Well, come on. Perhaps we better talk.
I am so glad you came out here to find me.
Well, I'm doing my best to try and get along with your family.
Thank you.
Meg, now that we're expecting our first child, it's even more important to me that your family accepts me.
I want that, too.
Oh, sometimes you say the dearest things.
Holden, I know you say that your feelings for Tonio won't change, but I wish you'd try a little harder for Meg's sake.
Mama, I can't. Look, I know you dislike the word hate, but if I ever hated anyone, it's Tonio. I just want you to think about this, that's all. You don't know anything about this Jared
I
Carpenter.
know that Jared is my real father. I know that Carolyn is my real mother.
But I've read about how these reunions have ended up disastrously with everybody unhappy.
I know that. I just want to meet them and see what happens.
No, it's just that things have been going so well between us. I'm just afraid something's going to change.
Hey, Dad's here. Hi. Hi.
I need an aspirin now. I never thought I'd see Rod Landry being welcomed into this house like that.
But I didn't realize I was going to walk in on a big family gathering.
Well, your family, too.
Thank you. You were upset when I saw you, so I thought I'd stop out to see you, but this is definitely a case of bad timing.
Oh, we never know who's going to be here. We weren't expecting all these people.
Hi, Rod.
Oh, nice to see you.
Can I speak to you alone for a minute?
Sure. Excuse us.
Yes.
No.
I just want us to spend a little time together, alone.
I know. I want that, too, but I just can't leave the second my father leaves.
Hello, Meg.
Hi, Joe.
Tonio.
I'm going to go wash my hands. I think we should go.
Yeah, I think I should.
Nice to see you, too.
So, have you seen any more of Betsy?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we had a good... Well, it was a long talk anyway. Ending something you thought would last forever is not easy.
So Danny and I are going right up to Wisconsin, but I don't want to leave while there's still this unpleasantness between us.
What did I do now?
Emily, sometimes I wish I knew what was going on inside your head. I got back from up at the cabin, and I find out that you've told Rod that Seth was up there with me. And you tell him that I've taken this job transfer. Don't you think he should have heard that from me? Didn't you realize how much that could hurt him?
Yeah, I guess I realized it could hurt
So
him.
why did you do it?
I don't know. Because he was there? No, I don't know. Look, maybe I'm just trying to get back at Meg for all the little digs that she gives me.
Meg? What does Meg have to do with it?
Well, Meg is all of a sudden Rod's best friend.
Oh, come on. I know Meg can be a pain sometimes, but can you really expect her to be a good friend if she knew you and Tony were having an affair?
If she knew, she definitely knew. You know, Betsy, you don't have any idea what it's like to always be on the losing end of a situation. I lost with James, I lost with Holden, and then I lost with Tonio.
You know, we all have things we wish we could change about the way our lives have turned out. I've lost plenty, Emily. First Craig and Steve, and now Rod, too.
I'm sorry, okay? I really am. I didn't mean to say that to Rod. I was sorry the minute I said it.
I just don't want to see you get hurt, and I tell you, if Craig sees that side of you, he'll run. Hello? Kim, hi! Oh, I didn't know you were back. Well, great, we have to get together. We need to have a talk. There's about a million things I need your advice on.
God, I wish Pop had stayed longer, you know?
Well, you know he has an early day tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry Jessica is so late. I don't know what's keeping her. You know, it's nearly 10:30.
Jessica can take care of herself, Roy. Roy, would you please sit down? You are driving me crazy with your pacing.
I'm sorry. I'm just upset because I was hoping she'd get home before Pop left. I was hoping that he would get a chance to get to know each other better, you know?
Oh, well, I don't think your father will ever understand a career woman.
Why is he so set in his ways, huh?
Mama spoiled him. Well, yes, I admit it, I did. I mean, I wait on him hand and foot. I am there to have his dinner on the table when he comes to the door. I shouldered his grief when Lenny Jr. died. But that's just the way I was brought up. I mean, things were different then.
You do it differently today?
Maybe. I mean, maybe I would be a businesswoman, besides being a wife and mother. I mean, maybe I might even be a congresswoman.
We'll see Pop married to a congresswoman.
There, you see? You don't see him changing either.
Well, maybe you're right.
But he does admire Jessica. I mean, he's told me many times how beautiful and bright he thinks she is.
He just worries about how you get your laundry done.
Now, I mean, your mouth is going to get you into a whole lot of trouble.
True.
I mean, he does worry that you're apart so much. I think that bothered him tonight. It's just not what he's used to.
But it doesn't bother Roy a bit, does it, Roy?
I just can't understand why she hasn't called. Hey, look, I'm going to call the castle and see if we can get some kind of idea of how late she's going to be, you know? Duncan, Roy Franklin, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can I talk to Jessica for a minute?
Jessica left here over an hour ago. She should be home by now, unless... Unless what?
I'm free now, Duncan. Free after all those years you locked me out of your life. It's going to be very interesting, my dearest husband. And your life will never be the same.
It's hard to get...
Well, Mama, thank you very much for another wonderful dinner.
You're welcome. I have to make sure that you eat right now.
Oh, I'm eating a lot.
Come winter, I want you to have a very healthy baby, you hear? You make sure she gets lots of rest.
I will, I promise.
It's not only going to be a healthy baby, it's going to be the most beautiful baby in the world.
Well, how could it be anything else?
Well, good night. I'm sorry I'm being so weird about, you get in touch with the Carpenters. It doesn't feel right to me.
I feel the same way.
All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
Fine, good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night, Ken.
Good night, Meg. Take care of yourself.
Good night, dear.
And you now have an opportunity to make up with that woman.
I know that, Maggie. It's just a little hard with all these people here.
Well, you just have to get her alone, and I know you can do it. It sounds like a turnaround. It's because I'm pregnant, and I know these things.
Maybe that's why you look so beautiful.
Oh, you!
Ready to go, Meg?
Certainly, certainly. And everybody, remember, I'm going to have a big party when I graduate nurses training in November.
I'll be there.
Good night.
What? Goodbye, Maggie.
I think I better be going home, too. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, I'm sorry I can't go home with you tonight, but it is Holden's only night here. We'll have plenty of time, though.
Okay, pussycat.
Okay? Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
Kirk, can I have a word with you before I go? Good night. Good night. Good night again. I want to see you later at the house tonight. All right? That is if you can tear yourself away from Ivor Snyder.
Yes, I can arrange it.
Lily is starry-eyed about Holden again. Just starry-eyed. And he's flirting at the least with Henry Lang's daughter.
No, I'm not so sure. I think Holden's in love with your daughter.
Oh, don't be silly. He's an opportunist, just like everybody in there. He looks at my daughter and he sees Walsh Enterprise dollar signs, and I'm going to stop it.
Well, if that's what you really want, I have some ideas that I can set into motion right now. I'll explain it all to you later when I see you, okay?
I'll be expecting you.
Good to have you back. Caleb. What's up, Kurt? Who is second in command at Lang Furniture?
That'd be Barclay Lang, Henry's son, but he's kind of a joke.
Well, who's next at Lang Trusts?
Marvin Schubert, general manager.
Marvin Schubert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
Listen, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. It's just some information that I think may come in handy later. I'm going to go back in now. Why don't you wait out here so it doesn't look like we're going in together?
Yeah.
Well, I remember seeing you smoke.
Yeah, I bought them at the airport on my way over here. Makes me think of the last time I smoked.
When was that?
Well, I was on my way back from New York, convinced that I'd slept with Barbara the night before. I was too drunk to even remember. I was so sure that I told Margot the situation, and she just up and split.
I remember that.
She was gone for months, then Barbara decided to tell the truth. Said it was just a hoax played on a helpless drunk just to keep me under her thumb.
What brought all this up?
I told you, the evil weed.
It's
going on here, Craig? Why don't I know about this stuff?
I argued with her, Tom. I argued and pleaded your case. And now I want to plead hers with you. You have to know how devastated she was when she found out the baby was Hal's and not yours. This was not an easy decision for her. There hasn't been a moment in these last 9 months that she hasn't spent in agony.
Why didn't she consider an abortion?
I asked her that. And she gave me an answer I couldn't argue with. She prayed, Tom. After the last miscarriage, she prayed that she could be handed a healthy child, and she felt like those prayers had been answered. How could she have an abortion in the face of prayer? Maybe running away was the wrong decision. But she felt that she chose the way that would hurt you the least.
Well, I think at least that Hal had a right to know.
She was convinced that it would only ruin what chance at happiness Hal and Barbara had. And she's right. You know that she's right, Tom. And I don't know what he would have done, but he would have felt obligated.
I still think he had a right to know.
I agree with you, and I told her that. It was her decision. It may be a wrong one, but believe it or not, it was unselfish. Look, I don't know any other woman who could have done this, gone through this, to be here in exile alone for months, knowing that she's facing what could be a difficult and very tricky delivery. And I'll tell you something else, Tom, through all of it, she never stopped loving you, never stopped wanting to be with you. Look, she's made some plans. Once the baby is strong enough to go somewhere, she wants to go through the divorce and then just start a new life.
Good, good.
I know my sister, Tom. She'll never stop loving you.
We had made you some tea for to help you to sleep, huh?
Oh, no, please, just a little longer. Just a few minutes longer. Having you here in my arms makes me realize that everything I've done has been worth it. It's been worth it.
Charmin's living colors. What a...
Now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Oh, isn't that a great script? It was wonderful.
Thank
So do you two, as beautiful as ever.
Well, Nancy tells me that we have a lot to catch up on.
Well, this is what happens when you leave town. But first, how about some fresh peach cobbler from Grandma?
I wouldn't say no.
Why don't I get it and you can start talking? Do you want some? I'd love some.
I'll give you a hand.
You don't have it.
I insist.
Ooh, glad you're back. Well, Nancy's filled me in on the transfer to Wisconsin, which sounds like a wonderful opportunity. But what I'd like to know, what Nancy couldn't tell me, is how do Rod and Seth fit into this?
Well, I think it'll be easier for Rod and for me, not bumping into each other all the time. But the real reason I took it was so I'd have more time with Danny.
Wait a minute, I think I missed something. Did you and Rod stop seeing one another?
Yeah.
When?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh.
It's hard, Kim. He still has a lot of problems he needs to work out. And if I felt I could have been there for him, it would have been one thing, but I wasn't much support at all.
Well, I'm sure it was a difficult decision. I know that you cared for Rod a great deal.
I did. I still do.
And what about Seth?
Seth has been great.
Really?
Yeah, he hasn't pushed me at all, and he's let me make my own decisions.
Well, good for him. Kind of a different Seth, I guess. Maybe he's growing up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Of all the men I've known, there hasn't been anyone like him. He's always there for me. He's offering me anything I might need at any time, and he doesn't expect anything in return.
I'll tell you one thing. I am going to miss you so much. Oh, honey. Oh, sweetheart. I have to admit, I do think it's the right idea. I'm very proud of the choices you're making.
Honey, Emily has some news for us.
Oh.
Why don't you put that right down here?
Okay.
I was telling Bob in the kitchen. Holden and I are getting a divorce. Oh. Emily, honey, I'm so sorry. I know, it's okay. We decided it was the only solution. And ever since we made the decision, we've been able to talk like friends.
Well, I hope that continues.
Thanks. I'm just sorry that I have to bring you news of another divorce on top of Tom and Margot's. Oh, well, now, just wait a minute. We are keeping our fingers crossed about that one.
Well, at least everything's working out for Mac and Nancy.
I'll say it is. Oh, you have got to promise me right here and now that you will be back with Danny for that wedding.
Oh, I'll try.
Oh, I would hope so. Good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yummy.
Hi, Seth. How's it going in New York? How's the search for the big agent?
Well, what's on your mind?
Margot, as long as she's been gone, I still expect her to walk through that door and make one of her smart remarks.
I know that feeling.
And as difficult as she's made things for Tom, I would love to have her at our wedding.
Nancy, are you sure you really want to hold the wedding here? There are a lot of memories here.
Yes, but we decided we weren't going to forget them. We're going to make them a part of our life together. Add a little spice.
Hey, break it up. What are the neighbors going to think of this, huh?
Gracious.
Listen, I'm going to watch Chris, so if you guys want to take off and do whatever.
Oh, well, actually, we should get started on that invitation list.
Well, sounds good to me.
Get to it.
Yes, sir. And thank you,
You're
darling.
welcome. Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Leanne. It's Andy. Is Paul there? I wanted to know if he wanted to come to the university with me tomorrow.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Andy. He just left a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So how you doing?
Very nervous, very excited. I just hope I can sleep.
Oh, it's gonna be a breeze, Leanne, I'm telling you. Is Paul coming to pick you up tomorrow?
Yes, he's, going to walk me to school.
Oh, I almost forgot my mom and Bob are back.
Oh, good. Well, you should be very happy. Tell them that I'll come by after school tomorrow to see them and little Chris.
I will. I'll try to be here, too. I want to see how your first day of school went.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I hope you can.
I'll see to it. Have a good night's sleep, and good luck tomorrow on your first day, okay?
Thank you. I'm going to need it. And thank you for calling, Andy. I hope you sleep well, too. Good night.
Fat chance.
Baby, it's nearly 11. Where you been?
I'll explain later. Let me say hello to your family first. Hi, Nella. How are you? Good to see you. Sarah. I am so sorry I'm late. It just took a lot longer than I'd anticipated.
All right, it's all right. We know how busy you are.
Where's your father?
He left about an hour ago. I guess he got tired of me making so many excuses.
That's not true, Roy. He has to work early tomorrow.
Look, where have you been? You know, even Duncan is worried.
You called Duncan?
That's right. When you didn't get here by 10:30, yes, I called Duncan.
Roy, why did you do that? Now he's going to jump to all the wrong conclusions.
What do you mean the wrong conclusions? What kind of wrong conclusions?
Well, I checked a friend of his into the Lakeview Towers, and it just took longer than I thought, because she looked at a lot of rooms, and then I...
Oh, is that what you went to law school for, to learn how to check people into hotel rooms?
Oh, Mama, maybe we should be going. I've got class tomorrow.
Oh, no, please don't go. I'll be right with you. Roy, would you answer that, please?
Any word from Jessica?
Duncan, I was just trying to call you.
I was alarmed when Roy said you hadn't gotten home yet.
What is this all about?
I'm sorry, I'm intruding. Did our friend get settled all right.
Yes, finally. Come in and I'll tell you all about it. But first, I want you to meet Roy's family. This is his mother, Sarah Franklin,
How do
and
you
his
do?
sister Nella.
Please forgive me for intruding at this hour of the night.
Would you stop standing around like an outraged husband?
Jessica, look, we've been waiting over 2.5 hours for you. I've been making apologies every 2 minutes. And now you bring your client here, and for how long I don't know.
Roy, this is a special circumstance.
Oh, yeah, there's always a special circumstance. Look, I'm going to take Mama and Nella home, all right?
Okay, fine. Then by the time you get back, Duncan will be gone, and we can talk about it.
No. I don't want to rush you. I'll stay at night at the folks. Mama, Nella, come on. I'll give you a ride home, all right?
Well, I know, but I also know that, well, you are very anxious to get back to business as usual with Lucinda.
Well, look, the more I can settle tonight, the more time I'll have to visit you tomorrow morning when you're about to make that big decision to call Jared Carpenter.
Will you still spend time with me if I say that I've already made my big decision?
Guaranteed.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. You know, you have become an anchor in my life, and I'm going to hate to see you go.
Now, wait a minute. But I'm only going to meet the Carpenters. I'm not going to move in with them. And besides, you know, I don't think they're going to be too thrilled with me.
If they meet you, they'll be thrilled.
Talking about thrilling.
All right, look, I gotta go. I'll call you and say goodnight, all right?
Okay. Wipe that lipstick off.
Nice evening. Thank you. You always make me feel so welcome.
Well, you're very welcome. Now, remember, next time you speak to Elizabeth, tell her I'm expecting a visit soon.
I sure will.
Good.
I will. For what it's worth, I can understand you wanting to meet your real parents. I'd give anything to meet my real dad.
Well, do you think that's possible for you?
No, I don't think that's possible because my mother thinks he's dead. He's never tried to contact us since he took off.
Well, it's probably easier for her to think that.
I don't know how a man can do that, just leaving a woman like that who's pregnant. I mean, he's just as responsible as she is.
Well, Lily, now you don't really know the circumstance. You know, it's very hard to...
So how did your talk go with Angel?
Well, it's not easy seeing her, but for some reason she wanted to return those gifts in person.
It was important to her. It was also important to her to do it alone.
She wasn't alone, Holden. You were right there by her side.
I'm trying to keep peace in this family, but you're not making it very easy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Holden.
I'm not blind, Caleb. You can't keep your eyes off Lily, can you? She's not as naive as Angel was, though, so your little tricks, they're not going to work.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that pin you bought Lily for her birthday, in the shape of a lily. I thought it was real nice until I saw that Angel pin you got for Angel Lang.
I'm telling you, Holden, FBI, CIA, you'd be great.
I'm warning you. You stay away from Lily, or you're going to regret it.
I really never thought I'd have to make a chicken stretch so far.
Hurry again.
This is a good place to think. You know, I left this island after being nursed back from death. My thoughts are filled with Sierra, Bryant, our future. Tell you, I'm no stranger to fate stepping in and smashing dreams, Tom.
I know.
One question, I'll leave you alone, okay? Knowing what you do now, would you still have searched for Margot? Or just gotten a divorce? Knowing what you do now, would you still have searched for Margot?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't exactly a heartwarming homecoming. No husband. I had to trek all the way out to that wretched farm to see Lily. By the way, By the way, Ambrose Bingham, why was your best team of detectives taken off Kirk's background check and put into the search for Iva's family? I don't care about that. I did some nosing around when I was in California, trying to find out who it was exactly who introduced Kirk to poor dead Corinne, and something very funny turned up. Nobody knows. Yeah. All right, I have to say goodbye. Tomorrow morning, get the detectives back on Kirk's trail. Good night, darling.
Oh, Matthew, you should go to bed. I could find my own way. I assume you'd like a brandy.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Very, at home here.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm sorry to leave your office in the condition that it was. I'll take care of that right away.
Consider it done.
And you know what? I have to get an executive secretary like Jane. She is incredible. Here you go. And I ordered a chair just like yours. It's the only chair I've ever seen that could fit both my ego and my rear end perfectly. Fabulous.
You don't say.
Good thing you didn't stay away any longer, know what I mean?
You want to try this?
No, I never wear polka dots. So, to business. Let me outline my plan for taking care of Holden.
Told me about Lilith. You said the two of you met on a safari in Africa?
Aye. It was my first. We were gathered around a campfire in a remote area when suddenly this strikingly beautiful woman appeared out of nowhere. We just were amazed, and she just laughed at us. Mind you, there was nothing around us but African plains and wild animals. We offered her food and drink, and as I watched her, I watched her eyes dance in the reflection of the fire, and I realized that I had fallen hopelessly under her spell.
I can understand that. She's very fascinating. And, of course, within 5 minutes of meeting the manager of the Lakeview Towers, she could have had any suite she desired.
Ah, there. I told you Roy'd be back. I'll tell you what. I'll take off so you two can patch things up.
You gave me your address and phone number in case I needed them. I couldn't sleep, and when I went for a walk, found myself in front of your building.
So Danny and I are heading up to Madison tomorrow. We'll check out the house, and if everything is good, then we'll move right away.
What's Danny's reaction to all of this?
Are you kidding? A house on a lake? She couldn't be more excited.
On a lake?
That's how they describe it to me.
Ooh, sounds like maybe I'd like to move in there myself.
Well, I'd have something to say about that.
You've just got to promise me that we'll have lots of long talks before you leave.
Emily, will you promise me that we'll have lots of...
I promise.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, dear.
Bye, Betty.
Bye, Em.
Mwah.
See you later.
Oh, Ron. Nice to see you. How was your trip? It was wonderful.
Oh, listen, Frankie sent her best to you.
Well, when you talk to her, send her mine.
Thanks, I will.
Take care. It's not a bad time, is it?
No, not at all.
Good.
I was just going to leave. But I want to say that I'm sorry for saying those things to you in the hospital cafeteria about Seth being at the cabin and Betsy going to Wisconsin. I had no right to do that. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Good.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I was driving back from the farm when I realized that through our whole long talk earlier, I never said something to you that I really wanted to.
What's that?
Thank you for being my first real friend and teaching me how to trust myself, which is probably the greatest gift that anyone has ever given me. Thanks.
I don't want to waste another second of this night talking about Caleb or anyone except us.
I don't either.
Right now, something that Maggie said keeps echoing in my mind.
What's that?
I'd rather show you. Out at the pond.
Oh. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I do not want anything to keep us from going to the pond right now.
Are you deaf? It could be the detectives for Iva. Hello?
Hold on.
Hold it! It's Marvin Schubert, Lang's general manager, says it's urgent.
Thanks. Mr. Schubert, seems to be a problem. Or is it really that important? I guess I could be back there sometime tonight. Okay. Tell Mr. Lang I'll be there as soon as I can.
Well, thank you, and if you'll drive straight to the office, I'll meet you there. Goodbye.
You'll be back in my arms soon. Oh, isn't it beautiful?
You know, there's only one baby I can think of as more beautiful than that.
Yeah, but you're biased. I'm perfectly objective.
Of course.
Oh, I can hardly believe it. I've just given birth to my own child. I've waited so long for something. It's perfect. I can't believe it's true. Tell me I'm not dreaming.
You are not. You're not dreaming.
I'm not dreaming, am I? I've lost something precious, too. Too precious for this to really be a dream.
I'm not willing to believe that.
It's true. I've lost Tom. I just wish that I could have lost him before I crippled him. That's all.
You did your best, Margot.
Oh.
Margot.
For Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Fashions by John Higgins. New to special programming, As the World Turns will not be seen tomorrow. This is Dan Regin, inviting you to join us again Monday for As the World Turns.